Good day. I welcome you to the second lecture on elements of marketing. Okay, in our previous lecture, we introduced the subject matter in this course, which is marketing. We also defined marketing. Then we considered some concepts of marketing: needs, wants, exchange, and the condition for exchange to take place. So we continue from where we stopped. Today we are starting with relationship marketing. So a marketer has offered a product or service to the customer. The customer has purchased and try the product. How does the marketer, or what does the marketer need to do to ensure that there is continuity of purchase? It is only when there's continuity of purchase that the company can be sustainable. If customers buy from you once and they don't come back, then there's an issue because you cannot sustain the business operation. Are you getting the point? Okay, so relationship marketing as a branch, you are still going to consider this as a course on its own as you progress in your marketing field. Okay, so as a branch of marketing, relationship marketing deals with the process of creating, sustaining, and enhancing strong value-adding relationship with the customers and other stakeholders. So a customer purchases a product from you, and then the customer sends feedback as it relates to issue or certain elements in the product that he or she does not like or does not want or does not expect to see. So as a company, as a marketer, what do? You don't just overlook it, because it is going to affect the customer's future purchases from you. Okay, so what you have to do as a company or as a marketer is to ensure that those complaints are addressed by improving your product in line with what the customer said. Okay, individualized satisfaction. That is the only way to create loyalty, because there are so much varieties for any kind of product you can think of, any kind of service you can think of. So creation of loyalty is now when you are able to deliver an individualized form of satisfaction, when you are able to give customers the exact needs and want they demanded for, they ask from you. Are you getting the point? So in that case, once you are able to do that, a happy customer will definitely become what? A loyal customer. The person will come back to buy from you, will recommend your products and services, will also spread positive word of mouth and other features from his or her own side that can affect your overall performance as a company. Are you getting the point? Now, these are the two core concepts that as a marketer or as a student in a marketing profession, you must be able to understand. Yeah, what are we saying, or what are we talking about? We're talking about markets and marketers. In a nutshell, in the marketing sense, a market is any set of actual or potential buyer. So you are selling cars, you are into car production. Anybody that is already using your car, anybody that's already driving your car, anybody that's already using your product is a market. And anybody that will possibly purchase from you in the future is also what? A market. Are you getting the point? So a market is any present or future customer. That is what a market is all about. Then on the other hand, a marketer is a professional that is in the business of sourcing for resources from the market, and willing to offer products and services that are valuable to the market in exchange. Any professional that goes to the market to source for resources to get their money from them, to convince them to buy this product or service. Any professional that can do that can convince the customers to give them their money and then give them product or service in exchange is what? A marketer. Why do we say they are professionals? It is a field, it is a profession, it is one of the resounding professions. It is a incumbent, it is inherent in every organization, whether for profit or non-for-profit. Okay, so it is only a professional that can be able to do that. It's not something that you just wake up and start doing. You must understand the principles, the elements of marketing to be able to convince a customer or an individual or a person or a market to give you his or her money, and then give the person a product or service of value in exchange. Okay, so now with the concepts concluded, let us start looking at evolutions of marketing, or evolutions of the marketing concept. Initially, in the early stage, there were no competition. Whatever product you manufactured, you would sell. Even you don't need to advertise anything. You just be in your house. People will come to you. Just be in your company. People will come to you and buy. Are you getting the point? That was the first stage. It was the stage that occurred within the trade by barter era. Whatever you bring to the market, you will likely be able to exchange with someone that needs it or wants it. Are you getting the idea? So production concept is the first stage of marketing. It deals with producing any quantity of product you have. There was no competition. There was no rivalry. Okay, so whatever a company manufactured, at the end of the day, the company will likely be able to sell that product or service. Are you getting the point? However, as time moved on, little entrance into the business sphere started to emerge. More companies started to come in the field of satisfying customers' needs and wants. That is when product concept started its journey. Product concept deals with manufacturing products that meet exact needs and wants of the customers. You cannot just manufacture anything again and expect them to buy, because there are now more people in the market. There is now a little bit of competition. There is now a little bit of enhancement in the initial product that you used to offer. New companies are now offering them at a better rate or at a better optionable value for the customer. So to make sure that the customers are still able to buy your own product, you must now deliver that product in a way that meets the needs and wants of the customers. So with time, we progress to selling concept. Due to high competition, companies now have to move out from their company and go to the customers. Convince them that our product is of higher value than the competing brands. That is selling concept. The concept, this era or this stage is when companies must now come to the customer. In the production and product concept, the customers go to the company. In the selling concept, companies now have to go to the customers to convince them that their product or service is of higher value, because competition has increased. Then we have the marketing concept. This is part of the concept that we are still in. It is the era or the stage where you have to go beyond selling your product and continue even after sales to offer services that are of value to the customer, so that they will be able to repurchase from you. Okay, instead of just selling your phone to them, you also accompany the sales with warranty, so that if any part of the phone gets damaged, the customer will be able to get repair at free cost. Extended service option. And presently what we have is societal marketing concept, whereby it is all founded on sustainability, ensuring that whatever activity you are doing as a marketer is one that will not inhibit the ability of the future generation to obtain value for themselves when the time comes. Are you getting the point? So as a marketer, if you are promoting a particular product or service, you must be able to do it in such a way that you will provide the needs of the present generation and also have sufficient resources to provide the needs of the future generation. So in terms of the concept or orientations or evolutions of marketing, there are production, where a company manufactures anything and sells, guaranteed sales. Product, where the company now have to reshape the manufacturing process and make sure that they are in line with what the customers need. Selling, where the company must now come out from their sphere and go to the customers to persuade them, please, this product or service is better than the others. Then marketing, where you have to extend your selling concept beyond actual consumption. After sales, you go back to the customers to ask them, did you enjoy the product? What are the issues you faced? Or provide them a guarantee, a scheme to protect them in case the product defaults, just like the case of telecom providers or communication companies that sell phone, providing warranties and guarantees for their products, so that if your screen gets damaged within a year or 6 months or 2 months or 3 months, depending on what the terms and conditions that are contained in the warranty document, you can come back to the company and have it repaired at no cost. Then presently we are in societal marketing concept, Well, you must ensure as a marketer that your activities today do not affect the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. Let us look at the functions of marketing. First is product planning and development. Marketing is all about going to the customers to understand their needs and wants. Therefore, in the process, you are going to be able to plan and develop products that meet the exact needs and wants of the customers. It also plays the role of standardization and grading. By individualizing your offerings to the exact needs and wants of the customers, they become a standard to satisfy a given target market. Okay. It also plays a role in buying and assembling. You have to go there to convince the customers, give them reasons why your product is of higher value than that of your competitors, and then infuse the idea of consumption in them in such a way that they will always choose your product. Okay. The third is that marketing provides selling, marketing information, and risk-bearing functions. Okay. You sell the product. You also provide information as it relates to what the customers think about the product. And then you also bear the risk of having to go around to convince the customers and have the product under your custody within that time. If it expires or if it goes beyond its shelf life, then you are going to have damages or losses. Okay. So as a marketer, you also bear that risk. And finally, there is also the function of storage, keeping the product with you. Transportation, moving the product from your sphere to where the customers can buy it. And then market financing. Of course, you have to buy the product, finance transportation, finance the delivery, finance the promotional packages, and so on and so forth. All the different functions of marketing that have to be executed before the product can become accessible to the customers. All these market finances, you have to incur them. So these are the functions of marketing. Now we conclude our lecture today by looking at the roles of marketing. First, it enlarges market size. Yes, because it stimulates potential aggregate demand. By promoting and creating awareness for your products and services, there will be higher interest. So the demand for the product or service will also be higher. Okay. It helps in discovering of entrepreneurial skill. Of course, for you to succeed as a marketer, you must be able to convince people. So those new skills you thought you did not have, you eventually, by the end of your marketing professional course, you will be able to discover that you had so much skills. Are you getting the point? And finally, it helps to sustain and improve existing level of employment. Yes, of course, just like every other field, it helps to create employment opportunities for people. Okay, so thank you so much for sticking around, and hope you enjoyed your lecture. If you have any question or if you have any difficulty, just comment below and be assured that your questions will be answered. Don't forget to like, share, and do come back for the third and subsequent lectures on elements of marketing. See you later.